The man you pretend to be may be making you miserable. So let's look at how to lead when you secretly believe you've lost yourself. Now, let's go back on that first bit a second. The man that you're performing to be may not be the man that you are. Research suggests the gap has consequences for your well-being, for your leadership, and for your future. I'm a midlife man myself, and I'm a best-selling author. I'm going to give you my feedback and takeaway before the bonus later. You are a middle-aged man. You have responsibilities, expectations, pressures. Every day you switch between roles: father, husband, manager, provider, friend. But researchers found something surprising. There is no fixed self. Identity changes with context, also with relationships and with situations. The problem is not change itself. The problem is suppression. You hide what matters. You silence what feels true. You perform what is expected. And over time, the distance grows between appearance and reality. One study found authenticity is not a personality trait. It is a process, a dynamic process, in fact, of self-regulation, of identity, of aligning yourself to others and to social norms. The researchers argue that consented men do not suppress themselves. They concentrate on expressing their active value, their active identity in the situation they face, whatever they face. And another finding was unexpected. When people try to suppress things, feelings, doubts, thoughts, those things often return even stronger. They mask, then slips. When you're under pressure, when you're under stress, when you're under a load of sorts. Then came the second study. 9 years of tracking adults through life, through challenges, through setbacks and change. And researchers found that something else matters. It's your life story. The story you tell yourself about hardship, about meaning, about who you became. You see, people with the stronger narratives, better meaning, better agency, better connection, showed better mental well-being across time. Now think about that for a moment. Maybe your future is not hidden in your circumstances. Maybe it is hidden in your identity and your story, the story you repeat every day to yourself. So how can we get solutions? How can we move forward? Well, number one is to know thyself, know yourself. Notice the patterns that you have. Everybody is different. Everybody has patterns and ways and routines. And if you question the assumptions around these, you're going to be very self-aware. Then identity shows value. You might also have a lack of value towards what you identify as, but you can change that. Because if you stop suppressing things, you're going to give yourself the opportunity to move forward in a better way. Acknowledge your emotions. We all have that. We're not completely kaput. We're not just stones. Try to admit that there's uncertainty there, even if you only admit it to yourself or your closest friends, even one person. That means you can reduce this masking that's going on, remembering that it does come out eventually. The body knows the score. Doing all of this, try to build agency, and you have to be the king of the whole castle here. You have to take ownership and make the decisions. Maybe you weren't a manager, maybe you were a boss, maybe you are all of these things, but part of that is the ability to make decisions. That is the power. Take the power for your own decisions and create momentum going forward. From there, you can rewrite narratives and find lessons that can be learned. Again, do it with yourself only. And from there, you're going to be a lot wiser within. And from there also comes meaning. There has to be meaning in it all. What's the point of it all other than that? We want to bring these lessons and meaning towards growth for ourselves. If we do that, we're going to become unstoppable from middle-aged onwards. But it's not just all doing, it's what you're leaving behind, what you need to stop, and you need to reduce your overload here, because you have to protect your attention and your energy and your focus. These are things that are going to get you and you require to go forward. If you lose energy, you're burnt out. If you lose focus, you can't see. You have to be attentive to what you're studying. What you're studying is yourself. And all you have is years left. So you need to be able to bring it to the fore for your future. Try to seek feedback. Listen openly. There are others out there that have gone through this. There's others out there that know you better than you perhaps know yourself, because maybe you're stressed. Maybe you were burnt out. Maybe you weren't the person you wanted to be and you weren't even present. So listen and see what they have to say. You don't have to take everything as being gospel or something that's going to guide you going forward, but accept perspectives. And if you do that, you'll be surprised what you'll learn about yourself, because it will certainly improve your awareness. If others have the opinion of you that's totally off the money, well then ask yourself why. Are you not progressing openly with certain things that you think you are? Are you not actually telling people what you're going to do? Why is that? Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not. Go and check and see. Because there's actions out there and you need to align your values with your actions, because you need to go forward. We are planning really from now, learning from the past for the future, and match your behavior with what you need. Look at the priorities of what it is you want to do, where you want to be, who you want to be with. Try to strengthen your relationships. Whatever you have, even if it's just one person in your life, it doesn't have to be the closest of people. You could have a lot of breakups going on, maybe in a close relationship or friendships. You might be leaving people behind. They might be leaving you behind. But deep conversation can bring them back, if indeed they're fruitful for you. Shared experience, if it's there, it's tied you. So why not build on it? Try to have genuine connection. At the end of it all, you've got to be open and honest and naked in some way with somebody. Try to develop reflection. If you can reflect together and have some nostalgia, well and good. Journal regularly though is a personal way of you doing it for yourself, and to be able to look back and flick back on the pages, to be able to go forward and plan things. And that allows you to review things you've done badly and compliment yourself on the things you've done well, that you can give confidence to yourself in the future going forward. Because having this clarity allows you to have direction. And that's where you can integrate your identity, your home self, maybe your work self also, maybe your personal self. Maybe there's all three interlinked together. If you bring authentic, you can bring all those three to the table, and that decreases the energy being burnt out and actually energizes yourself and brings people closer from all those different sections of life. So remember, authenticity is not fixed. It changes with context and self-regulation. Suppressing parts of yourself often backfires in the future. And this will happen especially when there's stress from outside, things you can't expect. The story that you tell yourself about your life predicts your well-being across years. And now look, I promise that I will give feedback with regard to my own takeaway from this. And it is that we as middle-aged men, if you're being the most successful that there is out there, or the most successful that you can be, you have to realize we don't have a fixed identity. It is actually moving, it's fluid. So make sure you have your core values in place so that you can adapt yourself to that new identity. And hiding important parts of yourself more so will stress you. And a greater risk there is then for you feeling that you have less value and less worth in your own life. The quality of your life story matters. Try to look at agency going forward, meaning and coherence from the challenges that you've had experiences from, so that you can learn and you can have long-term well-being going forward. Thanks for watching. Please like this video. If you subscribe, comment to say that you have, and we'll look after you.